How's it going, people? Welcome to the Spork Music channel. My name is Spork Music. Well, my name is Chol, but you can call me Spork Music, but you can call me Chol as well. You can also call me Charlie. You can also call me Mango. Some people call me Mango. Today we are finally breaking down my Ultimate Overture. Part of my OK Orchestrations project where I try to mash up all of AJR's overtures, but also some of Neotheater's Easter eggs. You see, the thing is with the overtures, they have varying tempos sometimes, so that was difficult to work with in some cases, and that's why the beginning of this mashup has a little bit of a ramp up in terms of tempo. It was difficult to work with, but I'll explain it when we get to it. Of course, I had to start with Living Room, and then the OKO. These are our drums, it's the metronome.
This is our melody.
That's
Listen closely.
the click and Living Room at the same time. And we slowly... So because this is part of my OK Orchestrations project, we had to go towards like the OK Orchestra Overture. Okay, first let's break this down. This is a little bit of like the tempo, and this is where I go from instrumental of Living Room to the instrumental of OK Overture. It's not perfect, but you know, it works, and it's just kind of, the song just needed that, you know, so then we... Oh, the Karma sample is always so cool. It went all slower because I turned off the tempo track, don't worry about it. Trying to get the other overtures back into it. I wanted to say the other orchestras, the other overtures back into it, you know. This is just me lip syncing to the mashup, but I'm just vibing. The click overture, that's what TCO stands for. I have several, versions of that because I kept having to tune it to another key to actually make it not sound flat, As you know, I always try to tune things in my mashups to the right keys as to not make it sound wrong music theory-wise, And a lot of this was just like listening to the overtures over and over again. No pun intended, I guess. And then just suddenly hearing these pieces of like, oh, what if I put this breakdown in this part of OK Overture? And then like I tried to combine it, and then that's when I came up with, oh my gosh, I should have the I just really wanna at the beat of... I just had that idea and I was like, oh, that just fits perfectly. Apparently that's the trumpet stem. Sweet. Oh, good stuff. I guess it is sort of interesting to see where everything stops and starts. You know what that was? That was a key change. And as you can see, this is yup. Most of this is just OK Overture. So of course everything after that key change has to be in that key, so that's why I have so many versions of everything. Then we have this part. During the production of my Ultimate Overture thing, I always knew I was going to have this part, Now you can go breaking my heart, because...
we did an overture for Living Room, and what was that, 7-8 years ago?
Yeah, like 2013.
And I remember Adam actually saying, like, I don't know if you remember this, Adam, like 7 years ago when I made it, he was like, oh, it kind of sounds like the vocals turning into a trumpet. And at the time, we weren't really good producers or anything, but so it was just like, the two were over each other and one just kind of lazily faded into the other. But it made me start thinking like, oh, what if we could actually totally seamlessly take a vocal and transition it into a trumpet?
And because this was built off of the bass of OK Overture, I just knew that I had to do that little callback to the original inspiration between the whole instrumorphing on the entire album of theirs. And then we have, you know, the Yep Yep Yep, which is a part of Neotheater. This is Birthday Party, Don't Throw Out My Legos melody, because I felt like that would feel nice. And it just fades away real smoothly, as you can see in the audio waves. Da da da. It also needed that part because that was in both 100 Bad Days and in Karma. So in my original video, at that part you got, should I go for more clips this year? But I guess during saving, the project file meshed it up. This is an entirely different part. I don't know what that's there. It messed up the sample that I had of Come Hang Out. This is all just OK Orchestra. It's just, I didn't really want to touch upon that because this is my favorite part of the OK Orchestra Overture. The instrumentation, the production, it's so cool.
1 day I won't know
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
And I can't be 18 my whole life.
There's a little bit of a delay between me and the computer. I'm sorry if that annoys you. But I'll try it, I'll try. You see, that was probably not at the same time. So. And this is where all of the other pieces of the other overtures come back again. And I wanted to end with everything is going great. But I'm not dead yet, so I guess. Hearing pieces of Living Room always feels so nostalgic to me. It brings me back to like years ago when I first found their Click album, and I went back and listened to their older stuff. And I fell in love with all of their music, and because it is like, you know, their old stuff. I've been there during the Neotheater release and during the OK Orchestra release. I've been a fan of theirs, and it's insane to have entered this journey during the Click era, so that listening to Living Room just brings me back to where the boys come from always.
So I guess.
There's a little bit of a crossfade between, so I guess everything is going great. The only thing that I don't have, that I missed as a Neotheater Easter egg in the overture is Dear Winter's that also shows up in Wow, I'm Not Crazy. I don't know why I didn't include that. I could have easily fit that in there, but I don't know, it's just a little fun fact for some reason. That's one of the only Neotheater Easter eggs that I didn't bring into the overture, and not really on purpose, because I flippin' love Dear Winter and Wow, I'm Not Crazy and the entire Neotheater album. But I don't know, I guess I kind of just like released it and then forgot that that was one of those Neotheater Easter eggs as well. Yeah, I think that's about all I can say about my Ultimate Overture mashup. It was so cool to have this challenge. As you can see, this is like one of the most layers that I've ever used in any mashup, which is untrue. Nowadays I try to isolate the pianos and the drums, and then I grab a little bit of a sample from here and a little bit of a drum from here. I can't wait to show you guys my other mega mix breakdowns, because then I can fully show you guys what pieces are all from separate songs, and I do believe that those will have more layers than this one. But that's also such a cool way of how we and how I have progressed over the years. I've been wanting to use more like smaller pieces of songs, like little bit of callbacks, and then for you guys to be in the comments like, oh my gosh, I heard that. Oh my gosh, how did you manage to include that? Oh my gosh, that surprised me, because that's what I'm doing. I'm surprising you guys. I'm entertaining you guys, because that's what we always do. You know, I want to try to bring something new to the table. Do you guys think TMM will have an overture? You know, only time will tell. And I guess also Ryan or Jack will tell if what the album will conclude, if they ever just come right out and announce it. But for now, yeah, thank you for watching this video, and yeah, thank you for sticking till the end. If you want, go ahead and subscribe to my main channel and my gaming channel. I've been trying to do more fun stuff on there as well, in terms of just creating content that anyone could just enjoy. So for now, I want to say thank you for, of course, checking this video out, and hopefully see you in my next video. Goodbye for now, peoples, of course.
Out of touch, I'll become a trumpet or a drum set in a sad orchestra. One day, maybe someday, in a world speeding up, it's getting hard, so very hard to keep up. One day, maybe someday, I'll be so